Hey, everyone. How are you doing on this morning? I know this is a little odd for me to come on around this time, but I just had something on my mind that I wanted to share. This thought of the thing, this thought of the day thing is really not new. I've been half, or I would say majority of my podcast episodes are my thought of the days that I can simply just record audibly, and then it comes up, on the podcast. So if you guys have not subscribed to the podcast, and here goes my earring. Uh, if you guys have not subscribed to the podcast, that is mostly where I just drop and go. But I have decided to not do that so much anymore, and to add more content to my YouTube channel, which I want you guys to subscribe. Just go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell. Usually I don't push things as I should, but this is a new season, so it just was so much easier just to drop and go, right? Drop a thought and go. I will record it, upload it on my podcast, and go, So most of the time I didn't do any videos except for Emotion Mondays or God Plus Topic with my co-host. So this is something different. It's not new to me, but it's probably new to you guys if you are not following my podcast. So I do these thought of the days. They're usually under 20 minutes. So you guys, these aren't an hour long. These are under 20 minutes. I just drop a nugget and go. And this is usually something that one of the many thoughts, God presses into me, one of the many conversations, that I have with God on my personal time, or, just communing with him daily. But one thing that I couldn't shake is for 2023, you guys. I'm excited about next year. And the one thing that he told me about 2023 was that everything was about to make sense. I did hear it for myself, but I also heard it for, people that were close to me. And I did share it with them. But I believe 2023 is going to be the year it's about to make sense. So if you feel that you've been through so much, the last 4 years, last year, even this year, 2022 has been really something for you. I believe for many of you that will catch the replay, that will listen audibly on my podcast, um, and just catch this video live, that if you believe that you are in a space of confusion, I truly believe that 2023, it's about to make sense. It's about to make sense. Think about all of those things that you've been through. It could be, you know, deaths, in the family. It could be breakups. It could be loss of jobs, loss of income. Your business might have not flourished as you thought. But I'm here to say and tell you guys prophetically, that 2023, it's about to make sense. Everything that you've been through, everything that you were preparing for, some of you have been preparing, just reminds me of Noah and the ark. Some of you have been preparing, some of you have been building, and you're asking God, like, why am I building this? Why am I getting this together? I'm not making money off of it. I'm not, it's really not looking as if it's profiting anything into my life. It looks like it's just taking, and it's not depositing anything into my life. I'm here to sitting here to tell you that 2023, it's about to make sense. And I keep on repeating this on purpose. It's about to make sense in 2023. And I just took that for myself because I had been pretty much in a process of building, for some years now, and I enjoy it. I feel God's peace. I feel the joy of the Lord while my hands are at work doing what He wants me to do. And so that puts me in a place of encouragement, and it puts me in a place to push because God, you told me one day that this will make sense. And then, like I said, the time is now where he's saying, okay, next year it's going to make sense to you. And it wasn't just for me. And sometimes when God gives me words, and it's not for me, it keeps pulling at me. It keeps tugging at me. And that means that I need to share, share who with whoever would listen. Just, or like I said, drop the nugget. I don't need to know who receives the nugget, but just to drop it, to let it out in the atmosphere, that God is going to have whatever situation that you're in, whatever He has put your hands to prepare, that 2023, it's about to make sense. All right. I am so excited. And then the other confirmation that I got, there was a woman of God that posted something not too long ago, and it resonated so heavy in my spirit. It was and it shall come to pass. And I'm thinking, when I read it, when she posted it, I'm like, it's resonating and it's ringing in my spirit in such a heavy manner. Like, why is it ringing in my spirit? So as I was creating, some content, I ran across what I had already previously posted last year in September, and I can tell you guys exactly what it says. Like I said, it was on my Instagram, and it says, and it came to pass. And the caption that I have is, this will definitely be a season of many prophecies revealed all the way around, but it's best that you be prepared. Don't just dance in excitement. Get your bodies, houses, prayer life, and attitudes in order. It's a great time to heal for the promise. You guys know, this platform is healing. It's all about healing. It's all about navigating emotions, especially for the creatives. Listen, if you are a creative, you know that there is a heaviness that rests on the creative, because that's how we create most of the time. It's just out of our passion, out of how we feel. And the enemy loves to play on that to block your creativity and to block you from producing. So God has dealt, or the devil dealt with me with those emotions and attacked those first, especially with my thoughts and my mind and everything, because that's where we create, right? What goes on in our mind. And he has, just turned this into, it's my testimony, and this is what I minister from. So I'm telling you guys, I'm not telling you guys anything that I don't know about, right? But anyways, like I said, and it came to pass. So but the thing is that while we're waiting for something to come to pass, while we're waiting for 2023 to be the year that everything will make sense, you still have time to prepare. You still have time to gather a plan together. Some of you, God has told you and unveiled to you a blueprint. He has told you to do minute things to you in your mind that you felt like you had time to do it. You pushed it off, you pushed it off, you pushed it off. But now next year is the time where things are about to make sense. So it could go twofold. It could be a positive, it could be a positive thing if you've been working or planning and getting things together all the while. But it could be a negative thing if that you've heard the voice of God tell you something. And then here coming into 2023, things are being revealed and you haven't even touched it, haven't even planned it. And then you're looking back now in regret. Lord, you told me that this day will make sense. I didn't understand why you told me to do it in the first place. But now, okay, I should have did it. Why didn't I just do it and just trusted you, right? Why didn't I trust your will and your way? Now you're revealing to me I could have had all of this. If I would have planned, if I would have got things together, God, I could have had all of this, but I was lazy, I was distracted. I felt like what I felt like I wanted was more important than what you needed to put out into the earth, right? So you don't want to go into 2023 with regret, right? So you want to be prepared. You still have time. Some of you still have time to at least get things down on paper so that God will see that you are serious about a thing, right? So then that when 2023 rolls out, it is all about to make sense. I'm telling you, this is definitely a word from the Lord. 2023, it's all about to make sense. It's about to make sense. It's about to make sense. I would say even, in a spiritual matter where, I would speak, where you're telling people to be prepared, like me now. You've been telling people to prepare. You've been trying to encourage people. You've been trying to tell people to get into their purposes and everything and directing them and lead them or whatever. And then you're not understanding because then it's like nothing is really coming about like you think. But 2023 is about to make sense. I keep saying that because I want you guys to get it in your spirit. I want you to even that be a thing that you say to yourself every day when you look into the mirror. God, I know I'm going through. God, I don't understand what's going on. God, I don't understand why you have my hand to the plow so hard. I don't understand why I have to set apart and create time for this. God, I don't understand why I have to sacrifice my weekends. I don't understand why I have to sacrifice my sleep. I don't understand it, Lord. I don't understand, why I have to work hours on something and then I'm not getting paid. Nothing is coming from it, to your eyes. But what you don't understand is that you're building. You're building so that it is going to make sense. I keep saying that. And I keep sometimes I know how God deals with me when I repeat stuff. I'm repeating things for a reason. Right? So 2023 is about to make sense. And he has told me because I'm just like, Lord, when is it gonna make sense? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And so I know I'm doing it for him, but you guys understand. You're doing it, and then it's like, okay, I'm doing it. And sometimes you may get a little comfortable, doing it. And then he's just telling you to keep on. So I keep asking. That's another thing. I keep asking God every time that I get on a live or I do Emotion Mondays. I do ask God, do you want me to keep on doing this? Do you want me to continue? Do you want to flip it a little bit? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to adjust here, adjust there? And even with these thought of the days, it's still a little adjustment because I was used to dropping audio and going about my day. Right. So now in this hour, he told me, hey, you're going to have to start doing videos. It does have to be live. Some of these thought of the days will be pre-recorded and then they'll just come up. Right. Because it's like an interruption in my day. Right. So I had to take a little break, from work to get on here to tell you guys to encourage you that 2023, it's about to make sense, right? And then also, like I shared, with and it came to pass. When I read that, when the woman of God had posted that and saw that I had posted that as well last year, with that, he's about to reveal prophecies, that we've been waiting on, that we've been sitting on for quite a while. And he told me, say that daily. Say that daily as a profession and as a confession, that this is what you're going to be saying repeatedly next year. And it came to pass. Everything that I have told you, and it came to pass. And it came to pass. That's just going to be something that I'm just going to get used to saying that. Get used to saying, and it came to pass, right? So, like I said, you guys, this isn't, these thought of the days are merely just thoughts. And like I said, they're usually under 20 minutes. And this is where I just get, expound on the conversations that me and God have that he allows me to share with you guys, really quick. And he just said, just go ahead and just start doing videos and put it in on your YouTube channel to create also more content, but also to really just because some people are visual, some people may not log into the podcast, and I mean, which people do listen to the podcast, but some people are visual. YouTube is becoming a thing, and that's another thing that I just wanted to drop really quick. That YouTube has already started to be a thing, but when God puts you in a loop of how things are going and how things are flowing, TV is going to look different, right? TV is already looking different, but TV is about to look really different really soon. So when God gives you intel and gives you insight on something, I don't keep it to myself, I share. But when he tells you to get on something and to jump on something, you better do it. Like the podcast, I've been doing that for a couple of years. And that takes a while. That takes consistency. You continually have to post audio and everything, because I don't know what it does, but that's something that you continually have to do with a podcast. You have to be consistent. You can't quit because you see maybe not too many people are listening. It takes a while to pick up, right? And I do it primarily for information and to spread the word of God, to spread the love that I have for God. So I'm not even monetizing as of yet, but I'm just now being obedient to the instructions that God has given me. And that's another tidbit I wanted to share with you guys. No matter how small of instruction that God gives you, do that little thing. Do it. God is not going to give you more past that little instruction that he gives you. If it's little, do it. Because he knows that, okay, you can wrap your mind around this and you can do this little bit. You guys know that these the podcast, the live, the Emotion Mondays first started with um obeying him to just post encouraging messages. And that was just typing just encouraging messages and putting it on my Facebook, right? So I was consistent in that. And then once I was consistent with that, he's like, now let's start you with writing your book, writing the book, being consistent with that. Got that done. Okay, now I want you to make this into a ministry. So then I was like, okay, well, how do you want it to look? Then he pointed to social media, then, being consistent with that. And then it's like the podcast, it grows. It grows and it pays to be obedient to God, guys. It's going to make sense. Don't count yourself out on the instructions that God has given you, right? Don't count yourself out. And be obedient to God. And next year it will make sense. All right. So that's all that I have. Like I said, you guys, these thought of the days are under 20 minutes. And I definitely just wanted to drop these Jesus nuggets, as I call them. Don't hold them to yourself, and make sure that you let someone know about them. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you later. All right. See you guys.